All right, so guys, we are still stating restrictions. To clear the fractions, we are going to multiply by the LCD. Please write down multiply by the LCD. And then grab a highlighter and highlight it because that's a quiz question. So there's one of them. Remember, I'm giving you all of the vocab quiz questions today. You still have to simplify everything, and you need to check for extraneous solutions. We'll talk about that in a moment. So for right now, what is it? All right, so the LCD for this is going to be 12, guys, because 3 goes into 12. So now that we know what the LCD is, what we're going to do is we're going to multiply the whole entire equation by the LCD, and it's not going to have any fractions anymore. So when we multiply by the LCD on this first problem, and on this first problem only, I'm showing all the unnecessary work. After that, we're going to start cutting some stuff out. When I distribute this 12 to this first fraction, here's what it looks like. Remember, it's 5 over 12. We're going to multiply it by 12 over 1. That's the first thing we did. Minus, now let's go ahead and distribute the 12 to the second fraction. So this is 2x over 3 times 12 over 1. I'm going to recopy the equal sign. And remember that 7 over 12 is being multiplied by 12 over 1. Everything is being multiplied by 12. So if you guys notice right here, these 12s are going to cancel out. That just leaves a 5. Nope, you need to move over. I'm going to recopy this minus. And guys, this 12 and 3, they don't cancel, but they do simplify to a 4. Great job. So a 2x times a 4 is going to be an 8x. And then I'm going to recopy the equal sign, and these 12s cancel out, and that's going to turn into a 7. So now you just have a very baby junior high equation. This, or you're going to solve a high school equation, which is the next one. This is a junior high equation. All I got to do is solve for x. So I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides, divide by the number that's stuck to the letter, and x is going to be a negative 1/4. So that's my answer. Let's go ahead and check restrictions, and then let me show you how you guys need to write your answers on this stuff. First of all, there are no restrictions. Good job, because there's no letters in the denominator, so write none. Our answer is a great answer. It makes sense to us. Guys, the braces are coming back. Remember, the braces are the curvy looking bracket things. So we're going to write our answer as a good answer in braces. Good answers go in braces. I'll show you a bad answer here in a moment. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 2. So for number 2, remember you should factor, but it's already factored. So now we're just going to state restrictions. So I know x cannot equal a 0 for the single x. X also cannot equal a positive 2. So now that we have figured that out, guys, you're still going to draw an LCD bubble, but the LCD is going to serve a different purpose now that we have an equal sign. So remember, to find the LCD, you write the first denominator. You just copy it, just an x. Then you go to the other denominator and you write what you haven't written already. I haven't written an x minus 2, so I'm going to write that. And guys, on the other side of the equal sign, there's not even a fraction bar, so I don't even look at that. That's the LCD. We're ready to roll. So this time, what we're going to do is we're going to put the equation in brackets, and we're going to multiply the whole entire equation by the LCD. And guys, what ends up happening is you just multiply by the leftovers. You multiply by what's remaining. So like here, when I distribute this to that first fraction, guys, the x's are going to cancel out. So what is remaining is x minus 2. That's what you multiply the 2 by. when we distribute this to the second fraction, this time the x minus 2's are going to cancel out, and it's going to be 1 times x. And then on the other side of the equal sign, there's no fraction bar, so nothing's going to cancel out. So this 1 is going to get the whole entire LCD. And y'all know 1 times anything is whatever it is. So I'm just going to rewrite the LCD over here. All right, so let's distribute and combine like terms. So 2x minus 4 plus x. And then on the other side, it's going to be x squared minus 2x. And y'all, this is a high school problem. I know it's a high school level problem because you have x squared. So since you have x squared, it has to set equal to 0. So guys, I'm going to write the 0 on the other side of where x squared is. I'm going to recopy x squared minus 2x. And then y'all, all this stuff over here on the left, I'm rewriting over here, but you have to change the sign because we're moving it. All this stuff is moving over there. Change the sign. So I'm going to write minus 2x plus a 4 minus a x. Now I'm going to combine like terms. So it's going to be x squared, and then all of my single x's combined is going to be a negative 5x plus a 4. So remember, high school level problems have to equal 0. Baby junior high problems, you just solve like a 2-step equation. Guys, when you get to this, 99.9% of the time it's factorable, and this is factorable. Everything that we're doing is going to be factorable for x squared today. So the factors for this, I'm just going to rewrite it over here because I ran out of room. The factors are going to be x minus 4 and x minus 1, because a negative 4 and a negative 1 multiplied together is a positive 4, and a negative 4 and a negative 1 combined is a negative 5. So guys, x equals a positive 4 and a positive 1. So notice my answers for my x values, they're not my restrictions, so these are good answers. You have to put them in braces. So draw the best braces that you can and put the 4 and the 1 inside there. 3, y'all, these are 2 equal fractions. This is a proportion. And y'all could do the butterfly method, you know, where you do 2x minus 2 times 15 and then 5 times x squared minus 1, but that's actually more work than the LCD. So I am doing the LCD. So I got to factor first. So this is going to be 5 over 2 times x minus 1. And then on the other side is going to be 15 times x minus 1 and then an x plus 1. All right. Now that I've factored, it's clear to see what my restrictions are. X cannot equal a positive or a negative 1. Now we're going to multiply both sides by the LCD when we find it. So remember, to find the LCD, you copy down the first denominator. Don't even think, just copy down the first denominator. You think when you go to the second fraction. Y'all, the second fraction, the only thing we need to add is the x plus 1. Now remember, our LCD serves a different purpose here, so we're going to put the whole entire equation in brackets, and we're going to multiply by the LCD. So there it is. I'm multiplying by the LCD. Remember, it's about what does not cancel out. So when I multiply this to the first fraction, the 2 and the x minus 1 are going to get canceled out. So the 5 is going to be multiplied by the x plus 1. On the other side, all of the parentheses cancel out. So do y'all know what the 15 is going to be multiplied by? 2. Yeah, good job. All right, so when we distribute, we get 5x plus 5 equals 30. Y'all, that's a junior high problem. 2-step equation. Subtract the 5, divide by the number stuck to the letter. So here, x is just going to equal a 5. And if you guys notice, that is a good answer. It's not part of my restrictions. So you have to draw that 5 in curvy braces.